Hi, can I have the name for KREBS?
Yeah, that's Kevin Krebsbach from the University of Montana.
Hey guys, this is Hans Hoffman. Can you forward me over that script for Collins? Does somebody have that?
Okay, one sec.
Oh, wait, maybe I have it. No.
Okay, I just sent the script.
Got it. Thank you.
Sure. Sorry, Kevin, I don't know how to spell your last name.
So it's K-R-E, B as in boy, S as in Sam, another B as in boy, A-C-H.
Thank you.
Hello, Ron Isaacson with Cushing Terrell's joined. Just making sure my mic's working.
I can hear you.
Hi there.
Hello, everybody. Are we ready to call this to order?
Do you want the admin to do the roll call?
Well, let's just call it to order. Yeah, we should have an admin do the roll call, make sure we have a quorum.
Sandy Mitchell is absent. Patrick Brightgum
I'm here.
Hans Hoffman,
Here.
Lance Koch,
Here.
John Newman is absent. James Sage,
Present.
Kathleen Hepburn is absent. Don Briggs is absent too.
So you're from
We do not have a quorum.
Okay, then we will not be approving the minutes from August 26th. We can just move on from that. There are no items coming before the committee that need to be voted upon, so we can proceed without the quorum. Quick script to read through regarding public comment. Welcome to the Missoula Board of Adjustments meeting. All meeting body members. We're holding this meeting virtually, so we'll be doing public comment a little differently than usual via a live call-in phone line, just like calling into a radio show or making a pledge during a telethon. I'll call for a general public comment, and on that item, I will take comments on items that are not on the agenda and items that, that doesn't seem to make sense. I'll call for general public comment, and on that item, I will take comments on items that are on the agenda and items that aren't on the agenda. I will also open the public comment phone lines on each agenda item. Each item we call for public comment, we'll put the numbers on the screen and the meeting ID and give some time for you to go to your phones and call in, but you may want to write them down. When you call in, you'll be placed into a waiting room and I'll take calls in the order they come in. When I call on you, please mute your TV or computer or there will be an echo. Tell us your name and your comment. Please be aware that there's a delay of about 50 seconds from what you're hearing at home and the actual meeting, so it's okay to begin speaking right away when I call on you. I'll be observing a speaking limit of 3 minutes so we can hear from everyone. Let's get started. I'd like to call the meeting to order. We already did the roll call. Moving on to, moving on to public comment. This is for non-agenda items. Do we have any public comment for non-agenda items?
We do not.
I see no call-in, I hear none. Moving on to staff announcements. Are there any?
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to announce this here, but there will be another public hearing next month.
Okay.
At the October 28th meeting.
All right. If there are no further staff announcements, we can move on to the public hearing regarding the University of Montana removal of housing to expand a parking lot onto the residentially zoned parcel located at 907 East Beckwith Avenue. Is there a presentation for this?
Yep. Bring it up. All right. Can you all see that okay?
Yep.
Great. Good evening. My name is Emily Gluckin, and tonight I will be presenting on a proposal from the University of Montana to remove an existing house to expand a parking lot onto the property located at 907 East Beckwith Avenue. The property is located near the corner of Beckwith and Madeline Avenues. It is within the University District neighborhood, just south of the university campus, and is located within City Council Ward 3. The parcel is currently zoned R5.4 and is within the University District Neighborhood Character Overlay. The surrounding property is also primarily zoned R5.4 with the University District Overlay, as well as OP3, Public Lands and Institutional, which includes the campus and the surrounding natural areas. The property currently contains a detached single dwelling residential building with an attached garage that has driveway access off of East Beckwith Avenue. The university's parking lot currently exists on a separate parcel and abuts the property on the west side. Both parcels are owned by the university. The adjacent properties surrounding the subject parcel contain multi-dwelling residential uses to the east, the university campus to the north, and as I just mentioned, the existing parking lot used by the university to the west. So I want to take a moment to provide context for the request for a public forum. According to the state law in Montana Codes Annotated Title 76, Chapter 2, Part 4, public agencies are exempt from adhering to local zoning regulations. And when an agency proposes a development that does not meet the city's zoning ordinance, the agency is required to hold a public hearing known as a public forum with the City of Missoula Board of Adjustment. The purpose of the public forum is to provide notice to the public and allow for comment. However, the Board of Adjustment may not approve or deny the request. Since the University of Montana is a public agency that is proposing a use on land owned by the university, the public forum provision applies here. Okay, onto the proposal. The proposal for this project includes the removal of the existing residential building to expand the existing parking lot fully onto the subject parcel. This will create 17 additional parking spaces and a U-shaped drive aisle that will connect to the existing access points on Madeline Avenue. The university is requesting zoning exemptions related to the existence of parking in a residential district. The residential district's chapter of Title 20 states that non-accessory parking is not permitted in the R5.4 non-accessory parking is defined as parking that is not accessory to a primary use located on that same parcel. The parking chapter of Title 20 requires that off-site parking must be located on a parcel zoned for the same or more intense use group. In this case, the university is considered a public/civic use, which is considered more intense than a residential use. So by placing their parking on a residential parcel, the proposal does not meet this zoning requirement. A provision of the University District Neighborhood Character Overlay states that parcels may not be combined to create a parcel that exceeds 65 feet in width or 8,450 square feet in area. The expansion of the parking lot across two parcels creates a single zoning parcel that is 15,600 square feet in area and 120 feet wide. The landscaping chapter of Title 20 requires that a minimum of 10% of a paved parking area must be provided as interior parking lot landscaping. This is done through landscape islands or landscaped areas bordering the paved parking areas. This proposal does not include this landscaping. The project also does not include perimeter parking lot landscaping, which is required in the form of berms, plantings, walls, or fences that provide a continuous buffer of 36 inches along the frontage of the parking area. So in this case, that would be along Beckwith Avenue. The subject property abuts a residentially zoned parcel to the east side, and therefore it is required to provide a buffer for non-residential development occurring next to a residential parcel. A 6-foot tall fence will remain along the east property line that currently exists on that property. However, this project does not meet the minimum buffer requirements of Title 20, which include a minimum 5-foot landscaped area in addition to a fence. Finally, the university is requesting exemptions from the regulations of Title 20 or of the Title 20 parking chapter pertaining to where parking can physically be placed on a residential parcel. Parking in a residential district may not be located in a front setback, and no more than 40% of the front yard area may be paved. The proposed parking area as part of this project will be approximately 3 feet from the front property line, which is within the required 20-foot front setback. And approximately 80% of the front yard will be paved. Notification letters were sent out to adjacent property owners within 150 feet of the subject parcel, and 0 public comments were received. In addition, agency comment was requested on the proposal, and staff received the following 3 comments. The first is from the Office of Housing and Community Development. Their comment raised concerns regarding the removal of the existing housing on the property. They state that Missoula is currently facing a shortage in homes, especially those that provide opportunities for homeownership, and that preserving existing homes is a key strategy of the city's housing policy. Additionally, they cite the city's commitment to transportation mode shifts. So based on these 2 goals, the Office of Housing and Community Development recommends that the university either reconsider replacing the existing housing with parking, or consider partnering with a local organization such as Habitat for Humanity to preserve and relocate the home rather than demolishing it. The second comment we received was from the Historic Preservation Office. They commented that although the subject property is not located in the University Area Historic District, it is located in close proximity to that district, as well as the University of Montana Historic District. It is the opinion of the Historic Preservation Office that the proposed parking lot does not fit within the historic character of this neighborhood. They also raise concerns that the proposal does not adhere to city growth policies or the city growth policies goals of reducing auto dependency, and that the project reduces existing housing stock in a high demand location. The Historic Preservation Office recommends relocating the existing structure, or they recommend the full deconstruction of the existing house rather than demolition. Finally, the stormwater utility provided a comment that the applicant should consider in their plans the existence of a seasonal spring that originates from up the hillside nearby that occasionally floods the project location. So their plan should reflect this. To conclude, there is no recommended motion from staff. Thank you.
Thank you. We are on agenda item 6.1. If the public would like to comment on this item, we can open the phone lines and we'll take comment. Do we have the capability of putting those phone numbers on screen? Thank you.
This is Ron Isaacson with Cushing Terrell. Can I take a couple minutes to just follow up with Emily's presentation?
Sure, actually, just let me read off these phone numbers in case there's somebody out there who cannot read them from the screen, and then we'll go back to that, okay?
Sounds good, perfect.
See, if there are people with vision difficulties, the phone numbers are 1-267-831-0333 and 1-888-475-4499. And the meeting ID is 960-049-3694. We'll answer calls in the order received. We'll call on you by your phone number. Be sure to mute your TV or computer. Tell us your name and what's on your mind. And please observe the speaking limit of 3 minutes so we can hear from everyone. Again, be sure to mute your TV or computer. Now we can go back and finish up the staff report.
Hi there, this is Ron Isaacson with Cushing Terrell, 411 East Main Street, Bozeman, Montana. Thanks, Emily, for that presentation. Yes, there are approximately 5 variances that we're requesting in this project. Overall, the goal of the project has a long-term goal with this additional parking. The university has plans to, some of you may know, they're going to be building a new forestry and conservation and lab building. That's going to eventually take up parking. So this parking is, in a sense, a replacement area for parking that's going to be taken away. On the kind of speaking to the site plan, this plan has been updated and some provisions, not necessarily provisions, but on that site plan, that northeast corner and southeast corner, we've actually turned that into landscaping. And then there's an additional light pole that's going in the center area of the parking lot. We've done the photometrics on that just to make sure there's no light spread off adjacent property. So keeping with code on that. The landscape buffer, that's going to match the existing landscape buffer. It's basically essentially a landscape river rock. In addition, we are going to be placing 2 electric car charging stations. So that's going to be the first 2 charging stations for the campus. So going through my notes here, did want to address the spring. It's our understanding that spring coming out off the side of the hill. It flows down Beckwith Avenue to the west to the intersection of Beckwith and Madeline Avenue. And there's a drainage grate there at the southeast corner. That's where a majority of the water accumulates and drains into that drain. And it ponds up there, is from what we've been told. So there could be an issue with that city grate that the city needs to address. We're not aware of any flooding of the sumps that are, there's existing sumps on that existing parking lot, and those seem to drain well. So, and we are proposing 1 additional new stormwater sump for the new parking addition. I believe that covers the main points. I know Kevin Kevin Krebs back with the universities on the line. Kevin, did you want to add anything?
Sure, thank you. That was an excellent summary, Emily. That really describes everything we're trying to intend with this project. Other than the housing issue, that was converted into an academic endeavor a few years ago. So it was offices for that academic department that's no longer a program on campus. So it sat empty for a while. And while it was empty, the water pipes in the building froze and destroyed virtually all 3 floors of that building. So there's not a whole lot to convert back into a housing unit or salvage. We do intend to deconstruct it and take like the garage doors and any windows and doors that people might want and donate those to the local Waste Not Want Not or one of those other places that take those kind of products for building. that's basically it. That it's really not a salvageable building the way it looks currently. So if you have any questions or anybody in the community has any questions on that, I'll entertain them and stay on.
Thank you. Anything else from the staff? No. We are open for public comment. At present, I do not see anybody in the waiting room. Admin, do you have any a different view than I do? Do you see anybody calling in?
No.
Does anybody on the board want to make a comment? All right, well, I believe that concludes the public hearing. Is there any other business that anybody wants to bring before the board? Hearing none, I believe we can move on and adjourn.
Thanks for all the work on this, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you all.